And hello, everyone. I haven't played Expedition in a little bit. Really enjoyed the game, but just didn't get around to it for various reasons. But thought I'd jump back into it for an hour or so until Venator's tournament. So let me just get the game capture in order. Don't think it's gonna show up. Yeah, I think it's once we start the game. All right, no problem. I can definitely see why people think this game is a masterpiece. It's a nice mishmash of RPG genres. Like the world building so far, it's different, but not in a bad way. The style is cool too. It's like 20th century, 19th century France in its aesthetic, but still has some of those classic fantasy tropes and some other stuff going on. Not a cookie cutter sort of medieval fantasy world that I still really like, don't get me wrong, but we definitely see it overdone, I think, sometimes. Yeah, so I think we just got to like the main map, so to speak. So our goal is to get over there, presumably. Now note that I'm still not very good at this game. I don't claim to be very good at the parrying or anything like that. So you're gonna see a lot of epic fails, but hopefully most of the enemies are a little bit more forgiving than that Lancer. I will get back to him after a few more levels and see if I can deal with him, but for now we're just gonna stick to the main story. So Lanceram is the weapon that I equipped recently. Don't think there's much else we can do, so I think we'll just get started with this encounter and see what happens. So it's RB the parry and B the dodge, from what I understand. Awesome. Just making sure I get that first strike in. Very helpful. And I did a little bit of searching just to get a sense of what sort of builds are possible. I didn't do a ton of research into it, just I wanted to see like when it's good to upgrade weapons and that type of stuff. I didn't look deeply into what each of the weapons do or anything like that, because I want most of this to be a surprise. It's more fun that way, in my opinion. Okay, I don't know if I can hit that yet. Maybe not. Yeah, there's Thunderfall as well, which I don't think is actually that useful here. Just because they're not weak to it, from my understanding. So yeah, ice is what they're weak to.
Get ready.
Nice, I've got the dodges down so far. Yeah, I forgot how that works, the dodges of the Expedition. I might have just been bad with the reaction though, to be honest. Let's get that guy out of the way. I think you gotta shoot these guys, from what I remember. Yeah, that's okay. He's gonna go down. Yeah, I mistimed that. I went for a parry, should have just dodged.
ready to evade.
Yeah, I mistimed that. I was doing so well, but then you know how it is. Charge, not much point in doing that one. From fire, what's this one? Medium physical. Heal self by 20% health if the target burns. Interesting. So you get chip damage on your opponent and you can heal. Let's give it a try just to see what it is. Seems like a really clutch move there, and we got a weapon out of that. That's nice. Oh, weapon upgrade. So the light rim was upgraded. I see. I didn't realize weapons could upgrade just through use as well. That's kind of nice. Yeah, it's definitely the better weapon right now, so.
Well, that will help.
Yeah, I forget how you consume those, the Luminia points. Might want to hold on to some of those, though. Oh, we can't even jump across that. Interesting. Maybe here? No. How do you... There we are. So we go this way if we want to go on the proper path. We're out of elixir, so it might not be super smart to...
It's been a long day. We should make camp.
Oh, we can make camp right now.
Let's keep...
Okay. Granted, we do have that healing ability for Gustav, and Luna does have the healing spell.
I'm sorry about earlier. The beach was not your fault.
No, it was. I convinced Alan to land there.
So, we can rest a bit? But, the moon is bright. I want to keep moving.
Have you learned nothing from the beach?
No, I am not leaving Mael alone a minute longer than I have to.
But right now, it's just the two of us, and I don't want to bring Mael your corpse. We have to think every step through. The man on the beach, you saw what he did. But more than that, you saw his face.
Yeah, I remember that. That was a wild scene.
He must be what? 50? 60? Yet he survived the Gamage. We don't know who we're dealing with. We lost everyone in an instant.
Exactly. He killed us all so easily. He doesn't need to fake a message.
Lucien, Lucien died to save me. And Tristan, Margot, they all... I am not letting Maëlle die out here. I'm taking her home.
What? No, no, no! We have a mission!
Oh, fuck the mission! Fuck the mission, Lune! What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do? We're gonna take down the Paintress, just the three of us? My gun and your sparks?
I didn't take you for a coward.
I'm not a coward.
You swore the oath. When one falls, we continue.
Yes, I know.
When one falls. When one falls. Not if. When. We knew not all of us would make it. But we continue. As long as even one of us stands, our fight is not over.
But I'm not afraid to fight, it's just Maëlle, she's...
Maëlle swore the same oath.
I know that!
She chose her life. You and I... Come on, we always said the future of Lumiere is more important than
any individual life, yes.
Do you still believe that? Do you still believe that? Do you?
I hope I do.
Fuck the mission. Really?
Sorry.
Camps you can rest, converse with your party members. Yeah, so it's like Baldur's Gate. First things first. I guess upgrade attributes while we're at it. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to give them all of them at once. There you go, yeah, you just pressed the right button. I just pressed A, and it gives them all of them in the one. I think just one for agility. I'm kind of spreading them out. I don't know if that's optimal or not, but down the road we can always reset, so it's not a huge deal. Still, it does look pretty good. And vitality seems very important, so... Like, my understanding is a lot of this is just up to you and what sort of build you want to make down the road, so... There's no right or wrong, really. Electrify. That might be pretty nice to have, actually. how many skills can you have in all at once? Is there like 6 or something? Right, not sure. By the way, I think that's a helpful skill to have. And this is for rest or something, I'm sure. Who wants the next day? And what is this, to leave the camp, or? Alright, this looks kind of pointless. Alright, I'll just head back.
The main continent. Hard to believe we're finally here.
Yeah.
Good night, Gustave.
For those who come after.
Nice. Yeah, there's those stones where you can get extra points, for like skill points or something. How do you use those? I think you gotta consume them in your inventory or something. Okay, here they are. Yeah, I don't know how you use these, because I was trying to use them at camp, but presumably you can just consume these. Oh, nice. Welcome, Victor. Yeah, I'm just gonna stream this for about an hour or so from start time, and then I'll be on Venator's channel for the tournament that he's doing. It's gonna be a marathon event, 2 of them total, so be on the lookout for a second stream after the first one concludes. Be quite a bit of fun. I'm not sure how you consume these. I guess we'll learn down the road. I won't. The game doesn't seem to be nudging us to do it, so I'll just do these and then go to sleep. In case you needed a reminder of what you're looking for. Trying to save Maella. Feel like you'd have to not be paying attention to not know that, but that's okay. Maybe you've just come back to the game after a while and because you're working or something. Just headed to the gym and figuring out your life. Well, I wish you luck with that. These guys you shoot. Still take the opportunity to take that out.
Chroma is flowing.
Kind of curious what the other spells look like, but there's not much point in using them at the moment. Ice Lance just does the trick.
Ice shatter. Take cover.
Get ready.
A storm is coming.
Yeah, it takes like 4 action points to do Ice Lance. Let's try Earth Rising. To all enemies. Okay, I think it'll miss the flying guy though, but that's good to keep in mind that that's an AoE type spell. Thunderfall is to random enemies, takes 5. Yeah, I mean, know what the others do. That's cool. That reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender with the earthbending. Oh yeah, I dodged a little too early that time. Just a little bit too early. Okay, yeah, nice. So they upgrade on their own, the weapons, so I don't even have to be that concerned about, like, what to upgrade.
Interesting.
Don't think there's that much over here. Thanks for joining last night. Been interested in this game and not a huge fan of the turn-based combat / FF style fighting. Yeah, no problem. Always happy to help. Also, I didn't mean the camp. Hopefully that wasn't a mistake. I was trying to bring up the map. I pressed down. Yeah, you're supposed to do this, but that's a good way to save, so that's good. Alright. Yeah, turn-based combat, it's not for everyone, and different games handle it differently. But I do like that the trend now is to be more imaginative with it. I think this is where we came in. But I'd say the story is very nice. The characters all seem pretty likable so far. I haven't run into any that I found unlikable. The soundtrack's really good. I do like the turn-based combat as well, personally, but it depends on the game. There are definitely some games where the turn-based combat just doesn't quite click, so I understand not being a fan of it. But I grew up with stuff like Pokemon, Final Fantasy, so I don't mind. And I like that it introduces like a variety of different possibilities with the builds. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, I also like the setting. It's a departure from the classic medieval fantasy and it's more like 20th, 19th century France type aesthetic, which is pretty cool. Graphics are really nice, and the cutscenes have been great. I think the soundtrack is one of my favorite things, though. And just the way they've built this world, it's so unique. Like here we're supposedly underwater, but not underwater.
'68. Elodie's expedition.
You know the commanders of every expedition.
Expedition 68. Their boat was blown into the air by a storm. Lumiere lost sight of it, but assumed they crashed on the continent.
And they survived. The storm, at least.
All right, let's keep moving. We found the weird corals. Mael must be close by.
I will say though, with the combat, the parrying and the dodging are kind of unforgiving. The parrying especially is a little unforgiving, but you do, if you do manage a good parry, you do get some compensation for it, so at least there's a reason to do so. Against some enemies, it's particularly unforgiving, like if they just damage you a ton. But at least, theoretically, if your timing's good, you can always avoid incoming attacks. 3 locks and then shoot them. Okay. So that might be worth checking out.
An advantage.
Do like the flow, yeah. The types of enemies in this are so far kind of interesting too. I assume there'll be a lot more as we go.
Well, that will help.
Apply shell when falling below 50% health. That might be good for Loon. I think I called her Luna earlier. It's Loon. Still gotta learn some of these names. But SOS shell seems actually pretty clutch. I assume shell, it like raises your defense or something. Regardless, it doesn't seem to harm anything, so why not? Yeah, so you find these buffs lying around as well. Not sure where you find the keys. I'm not gonna search it up or anything though. I'm just gonna keep moving forward.
Wait. Evron. Looks like a different species.
Different species.
Doesn't matter. They're between us and Mael.
So I bet this guy has a different weakness than some of the others. Not sure if I got the attack in time. Well, yeah, definitely not.
Take him down.
Okay, so lightning's the weakness. I kind of figured because it's water based. Interesting, so Thunderfall consumes fire for increased damage. The Earth one consumes the lightning. I think we'll go with Electrify. Just quickly speak to it.
I'll do it.
Get ready.
Yeah, a few early dodges there, but not too bad.
Let the ink flow.
Bit like Zero Dawn Horizon, I see. I could see that. I think Earth Rising makes the most sense. Electrify doesn't hit that hard. It's actually very good because Gustav has a special ability called Overcharge that is electric based and does a ton of damage, so that'll probably be very helpful here.
Be careful.
Oh, that's cool. It's not just the mines we gotta watch out for, it's people swinging them around. Wow, that's really cool actually, and terrifying. Using a naval mine like a flail. Okay. Don't know what these guys would be weak to, but we'll try Lumiere Assault.
A storm
Oh wait,
is
they're
coming.
flying enemies, yeah. Nice, found their weak spot. And it does AoE because they're using mines. Okay. Now we know how to deal with them in the future. Yeah, you gotta remember that a lot of enemies have weak spots, so you gotta be ready to exploit them. I will keep in mind that that rare loot that we came across for when I decide to backtrack. Nice, we could literally just shoot these guys. They're not that dangerous. As long as we're quick to deal with them, presumably. I assume they hit pretty hard with that flail.
This will be useful.
Green weapons, yeah. They seem to give you a lot of those, so it's probably expected that you'll be switching weapons a lot, switching your builds and these sorts of things. Yeah, I fumbled that one. Yeah, that wasn't ideal. Nice, Thunderfall is pretty good. It is, yeah. And I haven't noticed any, like, inconsistencies with that or anything like that. So, yeah, they've done a great job so far.
This will be useful.
Oh, there's like 3 of them, shit. Biggest issue of turn-based combat is how jarring it can be when you enter combat. Yeah, and I imagine if you're not a fan of it, you'd find this pretty jarring because you're having to It's like your mind is in turn-based mode, but then there's times where you have to parry and dodge, just like you're playing a Souls-like or, you know, any combat game like that. You know, any genre that has parrying or stuff like that. That's funny, it's almost like the more of them there are, the easier it is, if you're ready to deal with them. Almost. You have limited action points, though, so there'd come a point where it'd be a bit too much, but the AoE is very helpful. Okay, I have a... My spidey senses are tingling a little bit here. If you've played enough games, you're
a hut.
usually
Slow
ready
down. We
for a
don't know
boss
what's
fight or
inside
something
yet.
in open areas like this. Big fan of AoE, yeah,
There's a door inside.
absolutely.
Seems empty. Let's go. Someone lives here.
Glad you're enjoying a new adventure. Yeah, thank you. Oh, who's that? We're in some
Where are
chateau
we?
now.
This is...
I'd be a tad wary of just screaming when you're in such an unfamiliar place, but I get it. We're trying to find Mael, so... It's like you're in those haunted chateaus, like... You never know what's lurking. Six points available, nice. Again, no rhyme or reason to a lot of this. I just prioritizing vitality and putting in some might and whatnot. Because I think I said it last time, I suspect I'll be taking a lot of hits, so... Vitality's always good. That's something I've learned playing Elden Ring, literally any RPG, like health and healing are all super, super important. Nice, he gets a recovery too. Like just a straight up healing skill. I think that's only for him though, I don't think it's for teammates, so basically he's a paladin. Although he does have some support, like he's got this powerful skill, is what it's called. These ones take a lot of skill points to unlock. I think I'll unlock it though. This skill. Doesn't seem like it'll hurt anything. Thermal transfer. Yeah, so if Loon, she has so many elemental spells, and I'm guessing there's some type of limit as to what you can give her. So I think down the road we'll have to decide like what spells we want to give her based on the locations we're in and the type of enemies we're fighting. This one's like your low level ice spell. It doesn't take too much points. Wildfire pairs nicely with Ice Lance actually, so I think we'll get that. Okay, so I think 6 is the limit that we're working with. It is also nice to have a quick fire spell that I can just throw whenever. Consumes this to generate a light stain. Earth Rising. Earth Rising's good. I think we'll keep that. Kind of avoid Elden Ring, Dark Souls for a stream. Grindy, rough to stream. Yeah, they're frustrating games. I understand. I wouldn't stream them either. The Lancer guy we ran into in this game was bad enough. Elden Ring is even more unforgiving. Yeah, I understand. Okay, I think we gotta select a skill slot to replace it. Definitely keep healing. I like having Immolation because it hits targets for burn as well. Definitely don't want too many like super powerful spells that take up too many slots. Electrify is kind of nice, but I didn't find it did that much damage. But it does do 3 hits. Thunderfall is a bit random, but at least it hits for medium damage. I don't know, maybe Electrify is what we'll get rid of. But it's kind of nice to have the 1 action point thing, but I think we'll replace that with Wildfire all the same. We'll see how that goes. I have Immolation for low level attack. And we can always shuffle stuff around as we go. Yeah, I'll go with that for now. Just because it happens to pair nicely with Ice Lance, which seems to be like the meta spell right now for a lot of situations. Okay, there's no map for this area because we're not on the continent. Locked, I presume. Locked as well. A battle mage build? Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah, I think everything's locked. Which is fair. If somebody lives here, we probably don't want to just break down doors either, but there are some games though where it's like, why don't you just break it down? You've got super strength and whatever. But you gotta complete some puzzle. Don't typically like how those games handle it. But in this case it makes some sense. I think we just saw our objective up there. I'm purposely avoiding it just to see if there's anything interesting I can grab. I thought this was the way we were supposed to go. That's why I went upstairs, but it doesn't look like it. that's... yeah, it's not even passable. Alright. Not much down here, it looks like. Yeah, I can't go through there either. I do like that this game doesn't really hold your hand with waypoints too much. Anyway, cutscene coming up. Believe we found her.
Mael?
Gustav? Are you real?
I thought she was dead, to be honest.
Well, you sure smell real enough.
No, I don't. I'm sorry. I thought that you... On the beach, I saw you and I couldn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have, I should have come for you, and
It's okay. It's okay.
I was worried.
Made it.
How did you end up here?
I don't know. It's all a blur. I remember everyone at the beach. Then I woke up here. With him. He's been helping me a lot. He reinforced all my pictos.
What is he?
I'm not sure. He doesn't really talk.
The chroma around him. It's quite different from the Nevrons.
He's like, you people are weird, and just walks away. Anyway, to answer your question, how do you think this experience compares to previous games? So, I can see why people think this is a contender for Game of the Year, and it definitely should be in the conversation so far, from what I'm seeing. But I think Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 will still be a better game than this one for me. And it could be as simple as this, that Kingdom Come Deliverance takes place in a medieval historical time period, and that's typically the sort of game I prefer. But there's some fantasy games that I enjoy too, so it all depends. If a game like Kingdom Come Deliverance came out, but it was fantasy based, I think I would really like it. So it's also to do with the style of RPG. I tend to prefer that style over something like this, but I still think it's a pretty damn good game. And honestly, for, what was it, 50 bucks, it's quite a steal. It was on sale for that here, so I was like, yeah, I'll definitely grab it. The fact they're selling it for such a relatively low price, and you're getting an experience like this, is just wild.
At the indigo tree.
Do you know who left it?
It's definitely better than most soulless games.
Maybe. No. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm definitely enjoying it. Characters keep me invested. I'm really curious. Like, I'm sure we'll discover so much more about this world that we don't know as we explore with the other characters, so. I think downstairs is where we need to go. The main character was switching between boy/girl. Is it locked or is it a visual? So that's just you can play any character you want essentially by clicking L3. That's all that is. The main character, from my understanding, is Gustav, but depending on who you're interacting with, it'll make you switch to a different character. So they have set interactions. It's not quite like Baldur's Gate where you can pick who will interact with who. So that's all that is, and it'll automatically switch you sometimes, but you can just switch back. It's not a problem like so. It kind of threw me off as well earlier on when I randomly switched characters. I was wondering what was going on with that. But yeah, that's all it is. I'm not sure where we're going. Tad confusing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I won't disagree there. Oh, we're just meant to go see him. Okay. I didn't notice he was here. Yeah, so it makes me talk to him as Maella, despite the fact that I walked up to him with Gustav, so.
Again. We just trained earlier.
He wants to train or something?
Alright, alright. But this time I have backup.
I'm curious how she plays. I'm assuming she's like a roguish type character, but we'll see. Yeah, she's got like a rapier, so that screams rogue to me. Swashbuckler, fencer. Attacks announced with a jump flare must be jumped. These attacks can't be parried or dodged. More complexity, it looks like. How do you jump? A. Okay. You can trigger a jump counterattack. So it's like the other attack. Okay, so there's group attacks that hit everybody, AoE. There's like regular attacks, those can just be parried or dodged. And then there's jump attacks. Okay, I don't think he's got a weak spot anywhere. I think we'll just start attacking him.
Chroma is flowing. Ice shatter.
Maella's stances. Her skills change her battle stance. Defensive stance takes less damage, gains 1 action point per parry or dodge. Offensive stance deals more damage but takes increased damage. Ritual stance deals a lot more damage. Switching to a new stance also provides Mela with an action point, and switches without interruption maximize her skills effects. Interesting. Starting skills are offensive, switch, spark, and Percy. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Offensive switch does what it sounds like. The others switch to defensive. Interesting. So offensive is the only one we can use right now, so. Defenseless is a debuff that increases the damage, increases by 25% the damage received by the character.
Brace yourselves.
Oh, that was a jump, yeah. I just learned about jumps, bro. And I just let that hit me. That's usually me with these sorts of games, but it is what it is.
A storm is coming.
Okay, are you able to heal? You cannot. Okay. What about items? Do we have healing items? Beautiful.
Doing better.
Oh, whoops. I meant to... Okay. Pronounce everything weird, yeah. Although I'm Canadian, so it's kind of embarrassing that I can't pronounce French very well sometimes.
Lens on me.
Oh, I kind of messed that up a little bit.
Dodge Gustav.
Ooh. I thought I fumbled that, to be honest, but I'll take it. Okay, we're a little... going a little bit over the time that I anticipated here. This stream would go, so we're gonna end very soon, but I just want to end this fight quickly. That went okay. It's just funny that I forgot about jumps right after I was told about it, but oh well.
That was fun, but I think we've had enough training today.
He's like, no, there's more. You're not worthy.
You could come with us if you like. If that's a yes, we'll see you at the camp.
French is a dead language, just like in Futurama. Some Quebecers here in Canada would have something to say to that. Anyway, we're gonna save the game, do a rest, and I'll end the stream there. See you on Venator's stream if you're interested, Victor. Otherwise, I'll see you on your stream.